Do you want to make bread out of old stank bananas? Why would you not?
You ever buy bananas and then they go past those 2 days when you actually want to eat them? And then they sit on the counter until they end up looking like this. With all the brownish stuff, hard stems. This is the best for freaking what I'm about to do. Okay, maybe kind of like this. These aren't quite as old as these. We end up with them a lot. Just the cheapest produce. We fucking buy them all the time. So here we are, all these bananas, but we're not going to waste them. We're going to make some banana bread. Got our oven at 350 degrees. We have 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of self-rising flour, and a stick and a half of softened butter. I'm going to make 2 loaves. Some people really like nuts. I don't give a crap about the nuts. The nuts are okay. You can do without them. So, if you want to chop up some nuts and throw it in there or put some on top of it, you go right ahead. But I'm going to refrain this time around. So I got my funky bananas. Let's set them off over here to the side. Get my good old KitchenAid, which is best freaking thing to cook with in the area. To get my whisk attachment out. Because before, I make sure that nothing has settled in my bowl here. Go ahead and plop my butter in. One stick's not really fully room temperature, but if you have a KitchenAid, you can just say, hey, KitchenAid, mash that shit up. I like to cream my sugar and my butter together beforehand. Lock that bitch up, put it on a nice stir and give it a softening. We'll just keep that going. Cut it off for a second. So we scrape the sides so that we keep creaming the butter and the sugar together. And I'm basically letting the mixer room temperature my butter for me. And keep whipping the crap out of it so stick to the sides so it'll start looking like whipped cream.
So it's chopping up there, coming off the sides of the bowl. Get that going on big time. Just on a little kitchen.
You see? It kind of looks like whipped cream. That's my room temperature butter and my sugar together in the same container, whipped up. Just beat it out of the tines of my whisk.
And then at this time, into my creamed butter and thing mixture, I'm going to put 5 of these extremely overripe bananas. See, the peels are all thin and weird. They're all dark and gooey and bruised pieces on them and stuff. I'm going to snag the knife and bucket chop that hot chunk of turd off the side of there. Plop those in there. Repeat. Gushy, gooey. Almost smell fermented. Perfect. Chop that bitter piece off. 4. You can let them go even worse than this. They can get straight funk nasty. And you can make delicious banana bread. The more old and gooey and overripe the bananas are, the more dense and moist and gooey your bread will be. If that shit ain't got mold on it, you can make banana bread out of it. Got 4 in there so far. Make it 2 loaves. Usually want to do 2 to 3. These are a little firmer than those ones were. Damn it, this one doesn't want to come apart. There we go. Chop off that booty. Make sure we don't have any weird strands of stuff still stuck to the banana. Then we'll smash that on down in there with our whisk attachment still. Lock that bit and give it a stir until they get like smashed up a little bit so they don't jump out. You want to up it a notch. Yeah, how it's gooing up there, that's got my bananas in it. Whip the shit out of it. Focus on where I want you to, phone. There we go. Look, it looks kind of funny. We got our butter. Got our bananas. We're going to try and get that as creamy as possible. I need mashed bananas. I just let the KitchenAid do it, just like with the butter. Turn that down. What do we need? Damn. Always got some broke eggs, too. They don't stink, they good. That shit good, boy. Put that in there. 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3 large eggs with my 5 bananas. Cup and 3/4 sugar. Stick and a half of unsalted, full fat hot dog butter. We'll whip these eggs in here with our mixture. For a second, scrape the sides of this bowl. Now this one time, shit's gonna be looking really ugly. Down here, pop that off. It's looking kind of ugly. I mean, we ain't gonna lie, that ain't a pretty mixture, but that's the way we want it to look. We got our chunks of bananas. We got our sugar and butter and everything is all liquefied. Now, it's time to add the flour. When we add the flour, we want to use our little paddle, and we do not want to overmix this flour, man. We want to dump all the flour in here all at once. Then I like to take my spatula and kind of fold it in some. You can't sit, you can't whip the hell out of the flour. You whip the hell out of the flour, you're going to get this form way too much gluten, and you're going to get this weird, gooey, chewy, odd loaf when you're looking for a crumbly breakfast loaf type thing. You get this little spin with the paddle.
Once you see the batter starting to incorporate and pull the flour away, you want to pull that up. Give the sides of the bowl one more good scrape. Get that dry flour out of there.
Couple more turns. Don't be overworking it now. You know, I like to do this. This is my kitchen trick right here. Do this at home. Ah, damn it. Doesn't work that well. I got shit all over me. Do this shit all the time when I'm not filming myself, and it works perfectly well. So now that we've got all that rinse the dry flour out here, scrape this mess off. Bam bam, biggity bam, hot dog flim flam. Size of my bowl, scraped into my junk. Give it a couple turns so we don't have flour on the bottom. This nice chunky freaking batter consistency. Mr. KitchenAid out of the way. Y'all don't be trying to pick that KitchenAid up like that. Gotta be a strong Sasquatch individual. Got our bread pan sitting right here. Shazam! Give them a little wipe. Make sure there's no dust, boogers, or fried chicken pieces from when I was tearing up some wings. Get our pan. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it. Do a nice coating, like spray painting. Don't be pamming it up and then leave it. You got Pam, then you got to throw that shit in there. You got a little bit different sizes, and both of these loaves will cook a little differently. The glass one will be a little softer. The metal one will be a little crispier. All of our ingredients have joined together in a beautiful combination of old bananas that otherwise would have been thrown away that nobody would have eaten into two delicious loaves of bread that can be kept in a plastic bag after cooked and very easily be stored in the freezer for an extended period of time. And just cut with the bread knife right out of the freezer, throw it in the toaster, butter it up, ba-bow. Tap it down so we don't have any big funky bubbles. So our batter is nice and even in the pan. Nice even bubbles loaves. I like to put it right on the rack in a preheated 350-degree oven. So we'll wait 50 minutes, not an hour, but 50 minutes by our cool little timer that we have stuck to the wall with 3M tape. And bam, 50 minutes later, we will have a delicious pair of loaves. See you then. Okay, so now it's been like 50-ish minutes. Take me a toothpick. Oh man, it's freaking perfect, dude. Look at that. Nice, nice. Number two. Nice, beautiful loaves, fragrant, aromatic Nanner bread. Be sure to turn your oven off. I'd like to turn mine out onto a cooling rack so that they stop cooling and the bottom doesn't get, or stop cooking and the bottom doesn't get burnt. So I will take this and go. It should come right on out because of my pan that I put on there right before. Put it in. This one is not got a little bit of fall. She wants to stick. Tap that a little bit. Oh, that little crumble that came off there. Why does she want to stick? Guess I didn't lube it enough. A nice thin spatula. Come on, baby. Get on out of there. This ain't nice. Let her fall nice and easy. So we're gonna get the bottom off. There we go. There we go. Voila, 2 perfect freaking loaves of banana bread.